What's up, guys? Happy New Year. It's 2019. It's been a little while since I came out with my last video, but here we are. We are getting a new video today. Obviously, you're watching it. It's a lot of people that are talking about their New Year's resolutions and things that they're going to be doing in the new year, and a lot of those, of course, include living a healthier lifestyle, heading to the gym, and finally getting their health in order. So a big part of that, of course, is being in the gym and being around other people. Now, being in a gym, it's something that could be hard for a lot of people if you're a newcomer, and it's really understood. There's a lot of people around you. There's a lot of eyes on you. There's like professional lifters in there. There's people who literally lift for their job and like perform on stage, and there's a lot of fitness people in the gym, whereas they might be wearing their nice new Gymshark, showing off their abs, lifting heavier weights than you. A lot of things can be intimidating about the gym for a newcomer. So there's a lot of things that you need to think about and like really go over before you head into the gym and get yourself ready. It's really understood if you're uncomfortable being in a gym, being is that there is a lot of stuff. It's one of the weirdest places in the world, honestly. Like, people go in there by themselves around 100 other people, sweating like crazy, but like they're still in their own little zone. So it might be hard for you to kind of realize or think about how you can get into that same zone. It's really important to know that you're not the only person in the gym who's going through this, especially around the new year. There's a lot of other people who are going in the gym for the very first time, and they may not know what's going on, they may not know what to do, and you're not alone at all. I was going through the same thing by myself a couple years ago when I first started going to the gym again, and it's hard. Like, it's really understood. There's a lot of stuff going on around you, and you feel like you're like just sticking out like a sore thumb, even though there's so many people around you, and it's kind of hard. I used to literally stand in the back. I used to like wear a hoodie. I used to stand in the back, there was one treadmill in the corner of the gym that I used to run on, and that was the only treadmill that I was ever get on. There was 4 rows of them, and like one in the very front. I would just completely walk past it. I would go at nighttime. There was a lot of things that I did to make myself comfortable going to the gym until I found myself as comfortable as I am today, whereas I'm literally like jumping around and dancing and singing in between sets, and I don't care who's around me. But that's not something that you can just build immediately if you haven't been in an area like that. It's something that really does take a lot of growth and something that you have to go through, and it's very understood if you're not quite there yet. So today I'm going to give a few quick tips, just things that really helped me out when I was first going to the gym, things that I've learned over the couple years, things that made me comfortable and more confident. One of the very first important tips when you're going to the gym, honestly anywhere, but especially when you're talking about the gym, is not comparing yourself to others. So obviously, like I said, you're going to be a newcomer, and there are people there who literally lift as their job, like professional athletes, people that perform on stage, things like that. And then there's you, who brand new, you don't really know anything, you're just knowing that you need to get in there, and it's pretty important for you to be at the gym to lose your weight or get yourself to a healthier lifestyle. But it's really easy to compare yourself to others, and that's one of the worst things that you can do when you're trying to grow for yourself. So learning not to compare yourself to others, not looking at what other people are doing, not looking at how well they're doing it, just more so paying attention to how you're doing it, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to better yourself. You know, you're not going to learn and grow by staring at other people or like looking at how well they're doing something and getting down on yourself because you're not doing the same thing. Everyone there, even the people that you see there that are lifting 500 pounds on the bench, they look like they know everything that they're doing. They're listening to music and not caring everything. They look so like free. No one is born as a natural gym goer. No one's popping out of their mom's stomach and lifting weights as soon as they are born. It's something that you have to learn over a couple of years. It's something that you really have to go through for yourself. And by staring at other people who did the same thing, they had to go through it themselves as well. By staring at those people and looking at how well they're doing it, how well you aren't doing it maybe, is not going to help you grow. So just know that everyone started somewhere, and you have to start somewhere as well. So don't get down on yourself if you're not doing something as good as someone else. The next step, something that was really helpful for me, was dressing in a way that made me comfortable. So obviously when you go to the gym, you see people wearing their like skin tight pants, crop tops, guys with cut off sleeves and huge muscles everywhere, dudes that wear like shorts that are an inch tall and like show all their legs and their muscles, whatever. And that can be intimidating for you if you're going in there and you don't really want to wear the same stuff because you're not as comfortable or as confident as them. So be comfortable. Wear things. When I first started, I was wearing long sleeves, like another long sleeve underneath that, big sweatpants, maybe short sometimes, long socks, hoodie, whatever I could to cover most of myself up so that I didn't have people staring at me, even though people aren't really looking at me. It felt like people were looking at me if I wasn't completely clothed. So a really helpful thing that you can do is dress in a comfortable way. You know, don't try to dress like the girl who's wearing Gymshark or the guy who's wearing that cutoff t-shirt and guinea tees and stuff like that if you're not going to be comfortable dressing that same way. So don't do that. And being comfortable in the gym sometimes means just going when other people aren't there maybe. So my gym closes at 11 p.m. or one of my gym closes at 11 p.m. So for like a year straight, I used to just go to the gym at 9 p.m. and work out in the corner because I knew that there weren't many people there, and if there were many people there, I could avoid them by just dodging them and standing. My Alexa went off. Dodging them and standing in certain corners or working out in certain areas where there aren't people there. So there are times, like usually in the morning when they very first open, or going very late at night before they close. Definitely avoid going at like 1 o'clock and then 5 o'clock to like 8 p.m. Those are the very worst times to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym, and like at that time, I've gone a couple times and there was so many people there. I've like literally left the gym when I was too nervous to work around others because there was so many people there. So going at a time that would be comfortable for you, maybe when people aren't around, until you build that confidence to be around others, would be a really good thing for you. Next step is using resources. So when you're going to the gym for the very first time, there's a lot of machines there. Some are simple, some is just a bar and two ends where obviously you put weights on the end and you lift it. That's really simple. But there are a lot of machines there that honestly, like there's still sometimes that I walk into the gym and I have no idea what a certain machine does, but through just using YouTube, going online, even the instructions on the side of the machine, sometimes they'll tell you what to do. And if all else fails, just ask someone, ask a friend, anything like that. But there's YouTube, there's going online, there's websites, there's a bunch of things that you can use. People around you, the resources around you, they're there to help. They're not going to think it's a stupid question because obviously I'm sure they once had that question. So using the people around you, not being ashamed to not know what's going on, and asking silly questions. Is no such thing as a silly question when you're trying to better yourself or trying to learn something. So don't feel dumb if you feel like you have to reach out to learn something about whatever you're trying to use. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world if you felt like reaching out would make you feel any dumber, so you just didn't use the machine, or you used the machine and it turned out like you hurt yourself because you didn't know what you were doing. So make sure you pay attention and make sure that you reach out if you need to be. I found myself, I posted on Instagram before, just like a month or so ago, where I was really just trying to better my deadlift, and like deadlift for honestly like the first time in my life, like actually taking it seriously. And I just couldn't figure out why I wasn't doing it right, why it didn't feel right. I literally stopped in the middle of my workout and scrolled through Instagram and scrolled through YouTube to see how to deadlift better. And I found the resources, and I ended up doing more weight because I learned from my resources and learned from YouTube and the things available, because that stuff is out there for you to help you, and it is available for you to find if you want. So don't feel ashamed if you need to look on YouTube and feel like you're not doing the form the right way and you need to reach out in order to learn how to. And the next step is going to be going at your own pace. So when you're in the gym and you see people lifting weights that are 500 pounds on the bench, or they're squatting 600 pounds, or running 10 miles per hour on a treadmill, doing a level 15 on a Stairmaster, all that stuff is like peak physicality, and you may feel like you need to match that, or else you're not doing enough, but that's not true. These are people that have been in the gym forever, been in the gym for a while, and they have learned and they have grown every single week, every month, and that's the exact same thing that you have to do. So don't feel like you have to match someone else's pace in order to get or be getting good results in the gym. Read about things, go online, and really learn through your own work, and go slow, because the most important thing in the gym, especially for a newcomer, is doing the machines and the workouts the right way. Because if you don't do it the right way, then one, you're probably going to hurt yourself. Two, you're not going to be getting the full workout from whatever you're doing because it's not working the correct muscles. And three, you're just going to feel like you don't know what you're doing, so you might just give up on it. So making sure that you're doing it the right way first is one of the most important things. It's not exactly important how fast or how much weight you're doing. It's making sure you're doing it the right way. No one will ever make fun of you because you're looking for something to do the correct way. And the last most important step, you've probably heard it's a bunch, but it's one of the realest things that you could learn in the gym, is knowing that people are not there to make fun of you. People are not there caring about what you're doing. You may realize that you're around 100 people and there may be glancing eyes, but no one's actually caring what you're doing. When I go to the gym, or when people go to the gym, they're there to better themselves. They're there to lose fat, build muscle, build endurance, whatever, for themselves. They're not there to judge other people. It may seem like they're looking at you, but I do it all the time. I might be glancing at someone and I'm not really looking at them. I'm just zoning out because I'm so tired from whatever set I just did, or I'm just thinking about my next workout. Some people do go to the gym who goof around. There is that like 1% of people who may be in the gym and they're not really there for a reason. They might be there with a friend and they're not really trying to work out. But those people mean nothing. They're not there to influence your workout in any type of way. You need to make sure that you are working on your own self and not paying attention to other people, just as how people are not paying attention to you. If you spend all your time worrying about what other people might be doing in the gym, then you're never going to grow. You're never going to be able to do anything for yourself because you're worrying about others the entire time. So like I said, there's a lot of people in the gym, but I promise you they're not actually staring at you. They're not caring about what you're doing. And if you really do think that they are, who cares? Forget them. You're in there for yourself and for no one else. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. It's just a few tips and things that you can do if you're new to the gym. If you find yourself that you're not that comfortable in the gym, those are a few things that you can do to learn and really build that confidence. I want to thank you guys for clicking on today's video. I know it's been a while, but I will be more consistent with these things. If you aren't following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me. I am a lot more consistent on there. I'm on there every single day, just keeping you guys updated and helping people out. And if you haven't subscribed, click the button down below, please. Turn on the notifications, and I will be back in a few days. All right, thank you guys. Have a happy new year.